Alright, so this is basically just going to be just a spy game that I had that I don't think I'll ever reach again. And it's not like a spy video where I'm trying to prove that I'm like, oh, I'm the best spy, I'm the best looking person in the world. It's not about that at all, even though one of those statements may be very much true and the other may be very much false. But it's more so about what spy ceiling looks like, because a lot of people will say something like, oh, spy has the highest skill ceiling in TF2, but it's not humanly possible to reach. And in my opinion, I think this is probably one of the closest games, at least for me specifically, where said ceiling was reached. And we're just gonna watch it together, and I'm probably gonna just tell you how I was thinking during it, how I was, playing the game, and, you can just sit back, relax, watch the video, and probably hate me at the end of it because, oh, look at that, I'm using the kunai. Oh, no. Oh, look, it's got a little mod on it with the little bow tie. But here we go. Let's just get straight to the point, and let's see some gameplay. Alright, so we already got a 6-kill streak straight out of spawn, which is pretty good, considering, we're playing Spy. And I see this NG, I decloak, and he doesn't seem to react to the stimuli. So I redisguise, and I try to go for him. I do get him, and I start shooting this pyro. And I'm like, alright, let me, oh, this is a free kill on the Razorback Sniper. I don't get it, that's okay. Butter knife this heavy. And then we're going in, trying to get the soldier. We get him, and we trick stab that spy. And you can't hear me in the audio, but I'm like, oh, that was a beautiful trick stab. I was very happy to get that. So basically what I'm thinking right now is just like, what kills can I get? Because I'm not really trying to prioritize, oh, my value to the team. I want to get kills. I kill this NG that doesn't seem to be paying attention. And I'm like, alright, everyone's gunning for me. There's no point in trying to go for some trick stab. There's no point in brute forcing it. So I keep going. I'm just trying to analyze what's going on. I'm not really trying to force anything. I'm basically trying to weigh out my options. I'm like, how do we make the most inconsistent class in the game more consistent right now? Which is ideally the way I try to play Spy. And the reason why I just checked my inventory there was because I was trying to get the double hail zone on the kunai, so 17,000 kills. And the second I died with it, after I got 17,000 kills, I was going to switch off of it. But as you see, I don't do that because of how insane this game gets. So I'm just basically, again, looking for more stabs. I see this pyro. I'm like, maybe if I hold S, he won't think I'm a spy, but my team takes care of him. Chilling with a good kill streak right now. Get some more health. So I see this soldier. I'm like, can I get him? And I do get him. I'm like, alright, fantastic. And I see this soldier too, and he's occupied, but my scouts take care of him. That's a spy, so I try to go for him. End up getting this demo in the process, and I guess I butter knife him, and then I don't know what I'm doing. This medic's just chilling there. I get a free double kill. And I don't know if you heard me, but I'm like, what the fuck is this lobby? I'm like, he's just standing still. See a spy disguises me. I'm like, alright, let me just route to this ammo pack so I have more time to think. I see this NG, and I was getting away with a lot of kills with him, so I'm like, can I get him? I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. He's standing next to a spawn. Let me sap the sentry, get that sniper, at least force the engineer to waste his time to put him in a 50-50 where he doesn't win. Either sap the sentry or go for the spy. Regardless of what he does, he's not going to get some sort of benefit from it, right? Because if he chases me, his sentry gets sapped. If he doesn't chase me, he has to save his sentry and I get a sniper. So I see this heavy here. I see this heavy. I see him. He's about to go for me. And the kunai doesn't sting. And I basically survive. You know what I'm saying? I love the kunai. I love the kunai. On paper, my favorite knife is probably the big earner, because that's disregarding its downsides. Like, getting a speed boost is like way cooler than getting more health. But in practice, more health is just always going to be better, especially a spy. Already moves decently fast as it is. He's the second fastest class in the game behind Scout. I go for a pretty risky decloak here. I get this demo. I'm like, can I chase this partner? I'm like, fuck it. I might as well have the overheal. And I end up getting a corner stab on him. Because I just showed up out of nowhere. So he's probably like, what the fuck? Where'd the spy come from? Let me try and deal with him. And he gets corner stab. Very risky decloak. I don't end up getting it. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm freaking out because I don't want to get random crit right now. Because at this point, my highest kill streak was about 25 as spy. And that was actually in the last montage video that I posted. And I will never ever post another montage video again. It was when I was playing Gunspy. So I was desperately trying, fuck, let me just get a 26 kill streak. I do not care what happens. I feel like I'm going to die here. I'm able to get out. This medic is standing still again, so I get a kill there. Definitely getting a lot of overheal from the bad players with the kunai. I see that pyro, so I'm like, I really don't want to go for that pyro, because if I go for that pyro, I'm screwed. Everyone is gunning for me here. Pyro, spy, everyone's trying to kill me. I get out by the skin of my teeth. So I'm like, alright, let's play a little bit more safe, because I feel like they're probably a bit more paranoid than they were before. So let's just reset. And resetting isn't as efficient with the kunai compared to the stock knife. I get this NG. Nice. Sap that teleporter exit. Yeah, resetting with the stock knife is just way more efficient than with the kunai. Like, with this, you're a little bit more dependent on the enemy team not necessarily being the greatest. I go for a decloak, hope the guy doesn't turn around. I don't want to go for that heavy, because I'm like, fuck it, I just want to play as safe as I can, just get this 26 kill streak, because I want to beat my kill streak best. So I see this NG, and I'm playing as safe as I possibly can. I don't really want to do anything that'll get me killed. I'm like, all right, what's he doing? I bump into him by accident, but thankfully, he doesn't really seem to react to it. So I'm like, all right, what do I do here? What do I do here? What do I do here? So I end up going for this medic. He turns around. So I say, fuck it. He says thank you for some reason. I don't want to go for the sentry because I don't want to let people know where I am. Because I really just want to get this kill. So if I sap the sentry, everyone might just start coming for me. So I see the soldier. And he's staying still. And I get him. So we get the soldier. So I'm like very happy right now. I got over 25 kills. This is what I wanted to do. So I'm like, fuck it. How far can we stretch this kill streak? Can we get a 30? I'm telling my friends to look at the kill streak. They're all playing fucking 2K. They have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So I see the sniper using the classic, it looks like. Yep, I get him again. Pretty good amount of dominations right now. So I see this NG. I'm like, should I go for him? Nope, because there's a guy looking for me. Let me go to the back lines. Let me try and look for something. There's this pyro. I'm not going to try and risk anything with a pyro right now. Because pyro is probably realistically the only class in this lobby that could actually do anything about me. Because the enemy team isn't the greatest, but also my team is very good as well. I gotta be honest, my MVP isn't really just me, it's also my team, if not more so. They did so much for me this game, and I could not thank them enough. I also don't have my chat on as well, but I look at the chat, you just see some nice things. That was a very risky decloak, but fortunately, newer player, we seem to be able to get away with that stab. So I'm like, fuck it, the NG's gone, let's go get this sentry. I gun it down real quick. I'm like, put in a little bit more bullets for extra measure, even though it really doesn't matter. I see this sniper over here. I see this heavy. I don't go for him. And now we're just basically waiting for someone. Now we see this NG. I get the NG. I sap this sentry. I killed this NG maybe like 5 times already, 6 times. I'm not sure. So then we see this demo. Looks like he's doing his own thing. I end up whiffing. And I think I'm about to get random crit here. And they do not give a fuck, my friends. So I get the sniper. I'm very happy that I got the 30 kill streak. Very, very, very impressed with myself. I'm like, fuck, how far can we go? I decided to go for the heavy instead of the pyro because the pyro has the Dragon's Fury, which isn't nearly as good at killing me at this very moment compared to the revved up Tomislav heavy. So I say, let me just go for the Tomislav heavy. Seems to be engaged with something. I get more ammo. And I see this medic. I get him real quick. I cloak. Seems like the heavy didn't really react to it, but a pyro looked like he was chasing me, but seems like we're fine now. So I see this scout. Don't do anything. I guess I get this pyro. Get this pyro, and I definitely gun down the heavy. Yeah, there's no point. There's no point in going for a stab there. Unless you just really want to farm the kunai. There's really no point in going for it. You might as well gun down the heavy. There's way less risk. There's a little jump there because I clipped twice by accident, but nothing happened. Then I try to weigh out my options, as per usual. You know, that's basically the spy gameplay, right? You're just repeating a lot of the same things, but it's not, like, linear, in my opinion. I'd say spy is the most non-linear class in the entire game, because you really, to do something like this, or just to even play him in general, you need to really outplay the enemy team, right? Which is why a lot of people say, oh, well, in competitive, spy is the worst class, yada, yada, yada. But in casual, sometimes like this, you can realistically be a carry class. They get that pyro there, so the reason why I don't go out to get that ammo pack there is because I am so worried that I'll get hit by some random spam. Usually I'll go out and just pick up the ammo pack real quick, but I'm like, fuck it, let me just play it safe. Do I get the soldier? I do get the soldier. I get massively rewarded for it. That pyro dice to fall damage. I was going to go down and try and butter knife him, but he's already dead. Sniper with the Razorback. I'm like, it's a free kill because he's positioned very badly. The Razorback is only really a problem when snipers position themselves very well and when their team is absolutely helping them. So I get a lot of kills on Razorback snipers this game. I'm like, do I get this heavy? I mean, this demo. I get this demo. I'm trying to gun down this one. I get a random crit on him, and a random crit to the 40 kill streak. So I'm like, fuck it. I think I got an idea. So I think I jump back here. So I'm like, what do I do here? They're all using the Razorback. I have 5 dominations. I'm like, I really don't want to risk anything right now. So I'm like, can I get this guy? I get him. I'm like, let me go down here. I don't want to go back up there. I'm happy that I have 6 dominations, I think. Yep. The most I've ever had was, I think, 9 as scout, so this is pretty good. I see the sniper. I have a pretty good amount of overheal. Even if he hits a quick scope, he doesn't win. So I easily get that kill. So I see this heavy. I said no there because I was like, a part of me was like, I'm going to fucking fall off the map for some reason. I'm very happy that I have 7 dominations here. And I try to, I think at this point we basically just get the pub push. I don't get any more kills here. So yep, I didn't die once, and I went absolutely insane. And a lot of people were saying nice things about me. I'll probably put them on the screen if I can. And that was the first round.
Buddy, I just got a 102-point game as spy. I didn't die once. It was a 44 kill streak. As spy. I think I just peaked as a spy player.
So I'm very happy here. I'm like, I just peaked as a spy player. I'm never getting another game like this, and I'm telling you from the future that I haven't. I've gotten very close, though. I may upload that one, but we're watching this one right now. And I also disguise as scout a lot, and I have these keybinds on my keyboard. So that's where keybinds are. And what I end up doing is I just click my mouse 5 button, and I basically just disguise as scout. I don't have to pull out my disguise kit if I disguise as someone else. It's not like the redisguise bind, which kind of sucks in my opinion, because you can't really go to the specific class you want. I'm like, fuck it, I'm not going for the soldier because I see the stickies. Let me play a little smart. So I go for this ammo pack. I'm like, this demo is wasting his entire fucking clip of stickies on me. But to be fair, if you're playing demo and you're trying to spy check, please, God, use your stickies. Like, I've gotten away so many times because for some reason a lot of demo players think the grenade launcher is the only way to track a cloak spy. Like, it really isn't. See there, he doesn't get me. And not getting that sniper, I'm like, let me play smart. Because I'm basically still continuing the kill streak at this point. Because I didn't die once last round. I decloak. This is very risky. This pyro's just chilling there. I get the kill. So I go from, like, one shot to pretty much max ramp up pistol shot to being an actual threat again. That's just the kunai. It's a very volatile knife for the enemy team. So I'm just looking around. I see the sniper. He picks up the pack, or he's healing. I saw the overheal particles coming from, so I'm not going to go for him and gun him down. I'm just playing as smart as I can because I want to extend out this kill streak as much as I can. See this demo? He's chilling. Like, all right, let me... Soldier sees me, I have to run away. And if you also notice as well, when I get caught out, I undisguise. So like I'll go from scout to being undisguised, and I don't just do that out of habit. I do that because spy has an interesting quirk where if you're disguised, you don't take enemy overheal. And there we go. It's over.
Finally, it's over.
So I finally die there, and I'm not even mad. I'm completely happy. I'm looking at chat again because I'm like, I want to see what people are saying about me. But yeah, the reason why I undisguise is because if a spy is a quirk where if he's disguised, he doesn't take any knockback, and the only thing that applies to that is air blast, which is fine in my opinion. I'm not the biggest fan. That air blast is the only thing that prevents knocks around a spy, but I mean it's pyro, so that's just how it is. It's the nature of the beast. And with this game, I think pyro being a hard counter to spy is not the worst thing ever. So I go for a risky decloak. I don't get it. I'm like, can I gun him down? I do gun him down. Because you get 2 knife hits, that's 80 damage. That's a pretty decent chunk of damage. So I see this soldier. I see that he turns around, but he doesn't seem to react to it, and then he does, so I'm like, fuck it, never mind, it's not worth it. And another thing that's really underrated as spy is having an undisguised bind. I was alluding to it earlier, but basically, if you have an undisguised bind, you can serve damage, and you don't just immediately die if you're cloaked, right? So the problem with a lot of people is they'll have a redisguise bind, they'll click it while they're cloaked, and the only way they can realistically undisguise is if they decloak, which takes 2 seconds, and then attack, which that's too long. You'll get killed by that point. So if you have an undisguised bind, you're just immediately, you're out of there. If you surf some hit scan or some projectiles, whatever. It's decently consistent. It's definitely a mechanical thing to get good with at spy. I do get a 2K there. So I see this guy shooting at me. I'm like, I don't want to get hit by that. So I see this heavy just walking through the choke, free kill. Scout, he's low, but I'm like, fuck it. I don't want to go for him because he's going to pick up the pack anyways. If he knows where it is, I bump into that pyro, but he seems to not really be paying attention. I get away from the explosive classes who, other than pyro, have probably the easiest time dealing with spy. I surf out of there. I get to live for another day. Unless if it was a random crit, then, you know, it's just completely invalidated, but that's just how it is. Pyro standing still for some reason. Again, I do not get the surf stab because I'm bad at the game. I'm bad at playing spy. I'm like, fuck it. This guy hasn't turned around ever, so I get a free decloak on him. So I'm getting hit by the pyro. I'm like, I might probably die here. I go for the pack for some reason. If I redid that, I would probably jump out the window. I don't know why I went for the pack there. People are asking me how many hours I have on spy. I have, at this point I have like 350, 360, 370. I'm almost at 400 now. This was filmed maybe like 2 weeks ago, maybe? So... So I get this sniper. I'm like, I'm probably going to die for the trade. I don't have a fall damage there, thank goodness. Like, all right, what do I do here? And for some reason, I decided to go for the soldier, because I guess I'm feeling myself, instead of going for the big health pack. Because I'm just over here, like, I'm high on life right now. I'm like, no one can kill me. Spy wants to play rock, paper, scissors. And normally I would do that, but I am just, like, I'm way too locked right now. So I see this pyro, but this is way too risky of a decloak because there's a soldier behind me. There's a demo next to me. I'm fucked if I do anything. Get that soldier. Get that pyro. Do not get that demo. Other spy tries to get him, and it looks like he dies to a random crit according to the kill feed. Sniper is running at me with his little razorback. I get the scout. I get this demo taunting, and then I'm like, let me get this demo. Unfortunately, the Latrange's downsides, or the Latrange, whatever you want to call it, its downsides are prevalent there, and I do not get the kill in the demo, but compared to the metric fuck ton of kills I got because of the extra cloak, I think that's completely fine. So I take this teleporter, and at this point I'm like, I could care less. Like, before I was trying to prioritize every kill, and now I'm like, fuck it, let's go for some riskier shit, and I end up dying there. Like, every kill on me is a revenge kill at this point. So I see this heavy. I'm like, can I go for him? I get him. Because he's occupied with, I think, the sentry or something up there. I don't know what the fuck he was looking at. Pyro. This guy rarely turned around, so I end up going for him for again. And you might be like, what do you mean by this guy didn't really turn around? And it's like, I keep a lot of psychological profiles on enemy players. So I see their name, their cosmetics, the class that they're using. And see this pyro turns around at the wrong time. This soldier sees me. I'm like, let me get out of here. I end up getting out of here. Another thing as well is a lot of people, in my opinion, should bind their crouch bind to something very easy to access, like shift, in my opinion. I used to use control, because in every other shooter game that I used to play, I used to use control. I end up dying because the scorch shot is an amazing item, but I mean, I can't really complain. I just fucking look at my fucking KD right now. But in every other shooter game, usually I'll use control to crouch, but in TF2, crouching is so unbelievably important. I get killed by that demo. Crouching is so unbelievably important in TF2 because crouching will make your bounding box shift up, so it makes you a little bit harder to hit. It fucks with your hitboxes. And on top of that, you also become lighter as a result, so it's significantly more feasible to surf off of explosive damage. So I end up getting this soldier. Got a pretty good amount of overheal to work with. And I see this demo, I'm like, can I get him? He looks like he's pretty occupied. He just keeps holding forward. I get him. Soldier is just occupied. I get him. And then I see this soldier right here. Oh, he actually turns around, so I'm like, fuck that. I undisguise. And I survive. This guy seems to be spy checking for some reason. I decloaked, though. I don't know why. I don't know why I decloaked there, but I guess I was like, fuck it. Maybe I get a free kill. I don't. I get punished for it. I could have definitely played that way better if I decided not to go for the demo. But whatever. Happens. So I'm just out of cloak, so I have to basically force a stab. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm screwed if I go in, because there's like 18 pyros there. I can only assume they all switched because of me. Happens a lot. I see these ammo packs, I pick them up. And then I see this guy again. I'm like, I can definitely get him. I do. I thought that was a spy. It isn't. He gets killed, sadly. This guy is definitely one of the better players, so I'm like, fuck it, I can't go for him. I end up getting a fucking Matador on him. So I see this guy. I end up getting a nice little flick stab there. See the sniper, he's just chilling, and I'm basically chilling. Unless even if he quick scopes me, I still survive because I have the kunai overheal. And he's using the Razorback, so we can't follow it up with Girardi, Bushwalker, and SMG or something. See this demo? I see this Pyro. I'm like, let me get the Pyro first. End up getting the demo, but I figure the Pyro's probably not going to turn around, so I could get both of them. If I feel that someone's going to turn around after I get a stab, I'm like, I try to go for obviously the more valuable target. That's the point of Spy. He is a high value pick class. But in this lobby, we were just picking everyone apart. I get the medic, and prevent the crits. I don't know why he's crits in a Fog Pyro, but you know how it is. Oh, I also cancel a Domination voice line as well. Because a Spy does not shut the fuck up, and I've gotten killed because of it. Because he doesn't shut the fuck up. That other Spy gets him. I end up getting a two-shot that sniper. Again, the Razorback would really be more of a problem if his team was protecting him more. And the game slowed down a lot, but since he's positioning not the greatest, his positioning is not the greatest, I end up getting him. So I see this guy, I'm like, I've gotten him before. Oh, but then this guy looks at me, so I'm like, fuck it, let me get the fuck out of here. I waited a little long to cloak there, not really sure why. I'd have to go back in time and ask myself, but not a big deal. And I can't get this sniper, but I get the soldier. I end up out DMing the Medigun's healing, which sometimes happens, sometimes doesn't, because the Transier doesn't do the most damage. That's a Spy, I get him. Looking for everyone here. I'm trying to get another, hopefully get another godlike. I see the sniper silhouette and I immediately pull my gun out because I'm thinking like I'm probably gonna have to gun him down because of the Razorback. And I see that he doesn't have it, and I'm like, thank God. So I just get the stab on him and I get the overheal. Like, the Razorback is a big fuck you to Spy, but it's more of a big fuck you to the Kunai, and by proxy, sadly, the Yurtsun reward. This guy again, I decloaked on this guy constantly. So I get another stab on him. I'm able to get out because of it. I'm like, what do I do? So I undisguise because they can see my aura if I'm not disguised, and I probably got that killed because I was undisguised. Because there was an update in TF2, I think it was Gunmetal, and they were like, fuck it, so new players can find their teammates better, they get post-spawn wall hacks on their teammates, but that also applies to Spy and disguise Spies for some fucking reason, but I didn't design TF2, so I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know why they did that, but whatever. So I see this guy, I'm like, alright, Pyro air blasted him, oh, whiff, but I still get him. Medic says, thank you. This guy gets killed by my Pyro. I get this stab on this guy, and I get another godlike, which is nice. Basically, at this point, I kind of went back to locking in. I'm like, can I get an 100 kill game here? Can I get another 100 kill game here? Because I've only gotten like a couple 100 kill games in my life. I got one as Heavy, one as Pyro, and I think that's it. Yeah. And they end up ending the godlike. But I think I've only gone, 200 kill games as, I think it was just Heavy and Pyro. I got really close another time as Spy. I mentioned that game earlier. I might upload it. I don't know if you guys like this sort of content. The sniper saying, fine shot. And I'm saying thank you. I didn't hear him at first because I was just like fucking, I was like, oh, God, oh my God. Because I'm like with Spy, I'm getting a lot of adrenaline with this class. I'm like, oh my God, oh. I end up getting this guy. That's the guy that was getting before. I guess he swapped the Spy. I think this engineer might get me. Needed 8 more kills at this point. Scout's just showing for some reason. I fucking miss because for every fucking 92 something kill game of Spy, you have one really shitty stab. This guy calls me a loser. I mean, fuck it, bro. The loser gets fucking 10 KD a Spy and almost 100 kills. I got no problem with that. I personally have no qualms with that. And that's the game. That's the game. I'm very happy. I do this cool, unusual taunt that I got for like $20, I think. I have no idea. And, yep. That was the game of Spy. My thoughts after this was that, oh my god, I am never going to get another game like this again. 200-point game as well with Spy, which I've gotten a couple times before. But this one really felt amazing compared to every other game. And it also happened on Frontier, which isn't necessarily a map that I struggle on a lot of the time. I also snip it because, you know, why not? But Frontier isn't necessarily a map that I struggle on a good majority of the time because it has a lot of flanks, and, you know, flanks alongside Cloak is really good, and you don't really go wrong with it. A lot of people might be like, well, why didn't you run the Kunai and the Deadringer? Why wouldn't you run that? You'd have significantly more mistake allowance than with the stock watch. And the problem is, the Kunai and the Deadringer, in my opinion, is not really the greatest synergy of all time. I'll definitely get into it a little bit more because this video is already spanning maybe 30-something minutes if I don't trim the footage down. But all in all, I felt amazing. I was like, oh my god, all that time playing Spy has finally played off. And I didn't mention it before, but I was doing a challenge for myself where I got my stock knife to Hill Zone, because I already had my kunai at Hill Zone. And this was like basically maybe a day or two after I got it. So I said, fuck it. I was trying to do it with the big earner as well. And I was like, I'm just going to use the kunai for this game. I don't know why. I just kind of want to use the kunai. And because I used the kunai, that happened, you know. And it's not necessarily that the kunai is just broken, unfun item. It's more so if the Spy using it is good enough to actually reap the rewards of the kunai, then it can feel broken as shit. But anyways, thank you for watching. If you want me to make more content videos like this, please let me know. If you want me to make more montage videos, I don't know what to tell you. But thank you very much for watching. I'd appreciate it if you left a comment. Help boost this video into the algorithm. I'll definitely give you a heart, even if you say some mean things about me. I mean, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I'd be a little sad if you said some mean things like, I could probably do that too. And I don't know, maybe you could. I'm not saying you can't, but yep. This is basically what Spy's ceiling looks like. And reaching it, trust me, it really is like a 1 in a million game. Thank you for watching.